Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Strategy Talks and Mechanics Guide series. This episode's a little bit weird because we don't often go over a single Pokemon on this series. It's more about mechanics to the game, but I think I didn't give Sceptile a long enough discussion when I made my Hoenn starters video, which is crazy because it's already the one that took up the most amount of time. But I wanted to circle back to it because I feel like I didn't give the focus of a skill-focused Sceptile enough attention. And what could it potentially do. Now, I just want to dive right into it to discuss why I'm making this video, and is a skill-focused Sceptile ever worth it is a good question. Now, if we make this comparison, I'm making it running 2 Grass-type Pokemon, 2 Dragon-type Pokemon, giving Grass favored Berry, just to see how it compares. And as you can see, if you have the more skill-focused Sceptile, it actually does perform just a little bit better than the Berry Finding S one. The problem is this is triple trigger compared to Berry Finding S. This is an extremely difficult ask compared to something that is actually rather justifiable and easy to come by. Berry Finding S alone is rare if it's prior to Friendship level 10. Once you get Friendship level 10, this is 1 in 7 Sceptiles. Actually less than, because you could have Berry Finding S at 25 or 50, which would make it even more common. But we'll say that offsets speed down natures and skill down natures, the rarity, that it just comes out to 1 in 7. So we're looking at 1 in 7 compared to, I don't even know the rarity on Triple Trigger, to be honest, but it's going to be pretty difficult to come by Triple Trigger, and it's about the same as Berry Finding S. Given that you'd also be looking for Help Speed M beyond this, maybe a Speed Up nature, which this one can't even have because it has the Skill Up nature, that makes it very, very difficult to come by. And realistically, like we see with other Sceptiles that have Berry Finding S, a Speed Up nature is actually more positive than a Skill Up nature on a Berry Finding S focused one. Speed Up nature is still good on this Sceptile, but it's not as good as a Skill Up nature because it's missing that Berry Finding S. So I do think that this is more justifiable and much easier to come by. It's going to be most people's circumstance, because in order to get a Sceptile that'll produce grass berries as strong as this one, they need to find a much, much more rare thing. Now, if you are better about team synergy, you can get 3, maybe even 4 favored berry specialists on the team. Then this one is actually going to do a decent amount better, but it's actually not as much better as what you would expect. Where this more skill-focused one really, really shines is if we throw in Pokemon that, if we say it's used as a generalist, like this guy. If once it's being used as a generalist, where we don't have Grass Favored Berry and we do have Dragon Favored Berry instead, it is a significant amount stronger than the Berry-focused one. However, even in this circumstance, Berry Finding S is still about equal to Double Trigger. So, when it has Favored Berry, Berry Finding S equals Triple Trigger. When it doesn't have Favored Berry, it equals Double Trigger, roughly. The other one is slightly better, but this calculator also is assuming Dragon Berries, which are the strongest type berries in the game. It's also assuming that all 4 Pokemon on the team are level 65, or the same level as the Sceptile. Are you getting all your Pokemon to the same level as your Sceptile? Probably not, because skill specialists don't care about their level as much. Ingredient specialists don't care about their level really at all once they get to level 60. That's the last level that really matters for them, unless they have some sort of breakpoint further beyond that. So this is giving more strength to the more skill-focused one than what really it should be giving. And it's still coming in about the same as Double Trigger. Now, one other point that I want to discuss. If you're using Sceptile as more of a generalist, I've found that late game, I find it very difficult to justify using generalist options if they do not have the subskill Helping Bonus. Helping Bonus is a very, very powerful subskill, and it is the best generalist subskill in the game. That's only natural, because if the Pokemon itself cannot excel at any given island, if the Pokemon itself cannot excel as a generalist, then the best way for it to work as a generalist and actually boost the team to have that much strength is by applying Helping Bonus, because it's boosting all the Pokemon that can do well at the island, that can do well in the more specific circumstances. So I find it very difficult to justify focusing a more skill-focused Sceptile without Helping Bonus. It rides a weird line in the game. Now, there is the argument that one could make that Sceptile is so strong that you can justify weaker subskills on it, because its natural base strength allows you to be willing to take a more laid-back approach. If we compare it to Meganium, then a level 65 Meganium around this same point is around the same, even if we give it max level main skill. Comparing them, this Sceptile with the multiple triggers still does really well. If we get rid of even some of these triggers, it still does really, really well. Better than the Meganium by quite a long shot. In fact, I wonder, I actually haven't made this full comparison. Look at this. Even skill trigger M alone makes it do better than the Meganium. It really doesn't take a whole lot for it to do better. You really only need to have like one berry that synergizes as well. And that's with just single trigger. This is arguably justifiable as an investment with our current mindset about the game. Because it does better than our current best option for grass berries. So, why would we hunt later, hunt for more on the Sceptile? Well, the real reason why you'd want to hunt for more on Sceptile is because it's got more potential. Why settle for something that's mediocre as a Sceptile? Now, there's a case for if you're early game. If you're early game and this is what you catch, and it's got even like skill trigger or skill level up M, you know what? Maybe that's worthwhile investing. Because for you, you're at a place in the game that you need something strong to get your feet off the ground. But if you're late game and already have your feet off the ground and are doing rather well, already have a Berry Fighting S, maybe a Berry Fighting S Help Speed M Meganium, then I think it's justifiable to look for the more extreme, the more powerful subskills in nature than just the minimum, the bare minimum. Because yes, you could get something stronger than a Meganium really easily. But do you want something that's just simply stronger than a Meganium, or do you want one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game? I think it's justifiable to hunt long-term for something amazing, because it has that potential. Nothing else in the game has that potential. You should be more picky with your Sceptile, because even though the skill focus is very strong and powerful, nothing has the potential to do what the Berry Fighting S option for Sceptile can do. Not even Meganium, because as you can see here, when the Sceptile with Berry Fighting S is compared against Meganium, it is a wash. It's nowhere near each other in productivity, even if you give the Meganium max level main skill, which nobody would do. Because nobody has that many main skill seeds to put into a Meganium. I guess if you caught a God tier Meganium, S tier, best Meganium possible, maybe you'll put main skill seeds into it like I have with my Raichu. That's justifiable. But most Meganiums are never going to see a main skill seed touch them. But Sceptile, it's justifiable. This Pokemon is insane. Settle for the best is what I'd say about it. Berry Fighting S or bust. It really gains so much from Berry Fighting S. And if you're going to go a more skill-focused route because you're fine with it being a generalist, because you maybe need a generalist role on your team, then do so with caution, and I would only recommend if it has Helping Bonus. It's not a very difficult ask to look for either Berry Fighting S or Helping Bonus on the Sceptile. So that's my take on skill-focused Sceptiles. I really don't think for a late-game player it's worth investing if it doesn't have either of those sub-skills, Berry Fighting S or Helping Bonus, which is what I would say about Berry Finders as well, honestly, in my opinion. So, yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Down in the description, I'll have a link to join the Discord. You can come join us, hang out, talk about all things Pokemon Sleep and the like. Huge thank you to all my channel members. It really means a lot to me that you guys want to show your support financially, despite there being no paid rewards. If you too want to become a channel member and show your support that way, and the join button is down below. And as always, I thank you all for watching and hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye bye now.